My darling divine feminine, hello, welcome. Welcome to today's reading. We are looking into your journey with the divine masculine, your journey into sacred union. You might already be with your divine counterpart. You might be in separation. One of you might be running, or you might still be waiting to meet that one. So we want to hear from the guides to see what is it that they want us to know today. All right, the first card that we have here says that there are insecurities in the relationship. All right, there are insecurities in the relationship. Okay, so let's look at the second card. Right, it says threats to the relationship have to do with past hurts within the relationship itself, past hurts that have not been healed. All right, so there are certain things that have occurred in the relationship that have not been healed, and as such there are some challenges that the relationship could be dealing with. All right, so but we're still finding out, we're still getting more information, then we're going to break it all down. All right, so the guides are showing us victory over challenges, relationship triumphing over obstacles. All right, then we have breadcrumbing love. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, threats, cheating. We have threats, betrayal. We have relationship for lust. We have stable relationship. One last card, then we'll hear what the guides want us to know. Threats, meddling family. All right, okay, all right, so we're going to separate the cards. All right, so we've got two scenarios here. All right, we've got two scenarios, and so what I want to do is just check in with the guides to find out if these two scenarios have to do with one relationship or if they have to do with two different relationships. So the guides are saying here this is the same relationship. All right, so two scenarios, one relationship. All right, so now let's have a look here to see what's going on here with your divine masculine. All right, so what happened here is that so in the beginning, when you and this person met, you basically were very much attracted to each other. All right, so this was a passionate connection from get-go, and you probably would have thought maybe either yourself or your divine masculine, or perhaps both of you, thought that this was just going to be something where it's just going to be all about the hanky-panky, and it was not going to be anything beyond that. You thought you were just going to basically, get to business and nothing outside of that. All right, and by business I'm talking about the hanky panky business, because the guides are showing here relationship for lust. So meaning you probably started out as if, I don't know, I'm just gonna just see if I can just have some fun, and you're not really giving some thought into the whole situation, certainly not thoughts having to do with a divine counterpart, a sacred union, your twin flame, your soulmate. All right, and then as the relationship progressed, to your surprise, the relationship actually did progress, and you did enter into something a little bit more serious. And as you were trying to stabilize the relationship, of course, certain aspects of the relationship that had to be dealt with came to the surface. And so this aspect had to do with the fact that one of you had issues where in previous instances they were cheated on. All right, cheating. Okay, so this person was cheated on, and because they were cheated on, now they were insecure within the relationship, you understand. And so there was a way that the person behaved within the context of the person that was afraid of being cheated on, that they behaved in a way that was not in the highest interest for the relationship itself. All right. And what happened is that they basically were not emotionally open. And so how this was interpreted, and as I'm reading this, I'm getting from the guys that this was the divine masculine. All right. So this is how the divine masculine was showing up in the relationship to you, divine feminine. Okay, so they were showing up in a way where they were emotionally closed off, they were not very open. And so it felt to you as if they were withholding their affection. It felt as if they were breadcrumbing you. It felt as if, they were not really all in on the relationship. All right. And but actually that had to do with the fact that this person dealt with cheating and betrayal in the previous relationship. Trust was broken altogether. There are a lot of things that were wrong that were done to them in the previous relationship, to the extent whereby they now they have fears about love. And this is why this person, when they first came to you in your union, in your connection, the approach was about physical attraction. And perhaps they could have even said to you, I'm not looking for anything serious, I just want to have fun, because that's what they were all about. That's where their minds were, at that time. They themselves did not realize what they were walking into when they walked into your life, in the same way that you did not know what you were walking into when you walked into their lives as well. This was basically, a meeting orchestrated by the guides. This was definitely something that was coming from a higher place, and you guys were set up. Unfortunately, you were set up. You thought you were doing something for yourselves, but the guides were actually the ones that were doing this thing. All right. And so, what the guides did is they orchestrated this connection between the two of you. They orchestrated this meeting, this union between the two of you, and they led you guys to think, oh no, it's just for fun, because they knew that if they said to you guys that this was a serious relationship that you were getting into, you guys should go out and try out a real serious relationship, you wouldn't have done it, because it would have triggered your previous fears and insecurities so much that you would have been paralyzed by the fear that you would have not even done it. And even if you had tried to do it, you were going to do it so wrong that chances are you are not even going to meet each other. You understand? So the guides had to orchestrate a scenario where the two of you thought, oh no, we're just playing, like we're just literally going out there and we're just going to have fun. And here you are now with each other. Few months later, 6 months later, here you are, a year later, 3 years later for some of you, here you are with your divine counterpart. And I'm sure if 3 years have passed, that means chances are you went through the running phase and you went past that running phase, and things have become more stable for you. All right. So but for those that are still on in the early stages of their journey, where they are right now is probably in a phase, when I'm peeking into the energy of this is a phase shortly after the separation. Or else, if you are still in separation, the separation is just about to come to an end. So this is what I am seeing here. All right. So a reunion is about to take place, or a reunion has just recently taken place. This is what I'm picking up for most of you. All right. And so what I'm also seeing here is that, as much as this, your divine masculine had these fears and these wounds, and these wounds are actually issues of the past. But what happened in the relationship is that there are things that occurred between the two of you that your divine masculine took offense to. He was basically triggered. And so the issues that triggered him, basically there are certain things that he feels or he felt that you were doing that were triggering him or that were offending him. And instead of addressing them with you, this is when he could have pulled away. He could have withdrew his love or his affection, and he became a little bit distant and emotionally unavailable. And then you interpreted this as breadcrumbing love. Now this, breadcrumbing, this is something that is a wound to you, divine feminine. Receiving very little, giving quite a lot, but receiving very little from your significant other, and perhaps even generally from the people in your life. You're giving too much, you're giving a lot, you're giving a lot of love, you're chasing after this divine masculine, and perhaps even in the previous relationships, this is the position that you found yourself occupying, where you were just giving too much to the divine masculine, but you were getting very little in return. You are doing the chasing, you are chasing, and the divine masculine is running. This is what the guides are showing here with regards to this relationship, that this is pretty much how things unfolded. And then you got tired of chasing at some point, and he got tired of running at some point. But there were still a lot of issues that the two of you were dealing with. And also, prior to this separation taking place, you had to deal with issues that have to do with meddling family as well. You understand? And so, meddling family, people not supporting the relationship, people not happy about the relationship. This could be from your side, divine feminine, your friends and family, the people in your life, the people that you care about, not approving of your divine masculine. Perhaps, for whatever reason, they see him as someone that does not measure up to their particular standard. Or maybe there are certain issues, from the past. I'm hearing from, for some of you, it even has to do with the fact that, he could have maybe a certain number of children from his previous relationships. And so, of course, automatically to some people, that disqualifies him as a potential partner, and understandably so. And yet, at the end of the day, we cannot control how these things unfold. We cannot control who our divine counterpart is. You understand? This is something that is ordained. This is a contract that we sign even before we get into this particular realm. So now, with that being the case, there are also some of you who the situation is such that the meddling family members are actually on the side of the divine masculine, right? So they don't want you because they've got someone in mind, the divine counterpart's ex-girlfriend. They believe that that person should have remained with the divine masculine, even though this person betrayed your divine masculine. They really dragged his heart through the mud. But for whatever reason, these people think that your divine masculine should be remaining in this relationship with her. Shows to prove what kind of people these are. Okay, so they're meddling in the relationship, they're interfering, they're making things very difficult for the two of you, putting you in a very difficult position where it's almost as if your partner now has to choose between you and them, and it's just a messy situation. And it's one of the things that ended up creating separation between the two of you. Now, perhaps when the divine masculine decides that now he wants to commit, you are no longer interested, because not only are you tired of chasing the divine masculine, but you're also tired of defending your position in your divine masculine's life, competing against people that don't want you in his life. And so this is the dynamic that played itself out in this particular relationship. And with that being the case, separation occurred. The two of you got to a point where basically you reached an impasse, and you decided, okay, fine, this is a stalemate. There's no going forward here. So we don't know what to do. And you said, okay, fine, you know what, let's just end things. And you ended things, but the more you ended things, of course, the more the love grew stronger, the more things just became even more clearer that the two of you belong together, isn't it? And the divine masculine made his way back. And this is basically what just recently happened. So you've recently reconnected with your divine masculine, or you are just about to reconnect with the divine masculine. All right. So, and basically, if he has not yet, reunited with you, or connected with you, the offer that he's going to be bringing to you is literally a stable relationship. That's what he's coming to you with, to say, okay, fine, we've been through the roller coaster. I'm done running. I'm done playing games. I'm done doing that whole thing of, no, we just having fun. I'm done with all of that. I want commitment. A stable relationship is a committed relationship. That's what he's presenting. That's the offer that he's bringing on the table. He's saying, I want commitment now. I want stability. I want forever. I want love. So for some of you, he might even come back with a ring to say, you know what, just marry me. Let's just do this thing and make it official. All right, let's just make this whole thing official. This needs to happen now. Let's get married. All right. So this is basically what the divine masculine is going to be bringing forth here, and I like this card here that speaks to victory over challenges. All right, I really love it because this victory over challenges speaks to the fact that you went through hell. We can see the hell that you went through here. You went through it, but the guides are not saying a whole lot of things on the right hand side about the positive aspects of the relation. They are literally just saying to us, after all is said and done, after the storms, after the winds, after the rains, after the fire, after all of these things have happened, the guides are saying, we're giving you stability. The price that you get for overcoming all of this is stability, peace after the storm. This is what the guides are giving you in this relationship. All right, they're gifting you with peace after the storm. This is your price for victory over challenges, triumphing over obstacles, and you will triumph over these obstacles if you have not yet already done so, dear divine feminine. You are overcoming insecurities within the relationship. You are overcoming, stepping on each other's toes, hurting each other, because the guides did indicate here that you did hurt each other. Particularly your divine masculine felt like you were being hurtful towards him or offensive towards him in some shape or form, because there were certain things that you were doing in the relationship. I'm not quite sure what it is, but he was not telling you what those things are himself. You understand? But it's things that triggered the wounds that he had that had to do with betrayal and cheating. And so those are the hurts that and that created insecurities, that created distance between the two of you in the relationship. They showed up in the relationship as soon as the two of you fell in love. These hurts showed up, these wounds began to show up, they began to rear their ugly heads in the relationship. And then the two of you started then having some difficulties with the connection, with the union. And the more he pulled away, the more you kept chasing, and the more you were triggered, because it's the abandonment wound within the divine feminine. Both the divine feminine and the divine masculine have issues with the abandonment wound, but how the guides are showing it here in this particular situation is that the abandonment wound was showing up in the case of the divine feminine, you divine feminine, and then the wound of betrayal and cheating, and of course also subsequently insecurities. This was something that was being experienced by the divine masculine. All right, but nonetheless, the two of you, as I said, you made great strides, because throughout this whole time you were able to reflect and see what it is that is tripping you up in the connection. And you were able to see that, okay, these are the wounds that hurt, these are the wounds that needs to be healed, and this is basically something that needs to be addressed. This is how I can actually get myself to the next level, so that I can reunite with my divine counterpart. And the two of you are either about to reunite or you have already done so. I'm gonna take some tarot and see what the guides are saying to us about this divine union, because the two of y'all about to make peace if y'all haven't already done so. The Hanged Man, right? Okay, so that's that stalemate that the two of you were in. And what did I say? So you were in a stalemate, but even as you were in that stalemate, it wasn't like it's a stalemate where the two of you are just going to be doing nothing. It's not like that. No, what happened, what you did is you allowed yourself to, okay, you are in separation, you are not together, but you are reflecting. See this golden glow around the head here. You're looking at the situation from a different perspective. You're looking at your partner's side of the situation. You are trying to understand what is it that is creating problems here, because you know what, as much as you started out from the perspective where you were only just literally just trying to have fun, but you are realizing that, okay, this person means more to you than what you initially anticipated. And yeah, let's see what else the guides are showing here. Wish fulfilled. Wish fulfilled. Some of you have been praying for stability. Some of you have been looking for stability. You know, fulfillment. I like this pouring. Here you're not being poured into with the cup, but what you are being poured into is with big containers, jars. All right. So and so this speaks to fulfillment. As you can see, this river is overflowing here. This is your heart is overflowing, you know, with just fulfillment. So you are not only being fulfilled in terms of you know, you are having the relationship of your dreams, but you are being fulfilled in terms of your emotional needs are being met to an overflowing measure. And you can see that, you know, this is not just a, you know, a beautiful connection. This is not just, you know, a beautiful experience that you're having, but this is also a supernatural experience because there are stars involved here. So this far surpasses your expectations. It surpasses your anything you ever thought possible. You understand, because this is something magical. That's why there's all the stars here. All right, this is something magical. This is something amazing. It's out of this world. You had a wish, and the wish is not only being fulfilled, but it's fulfilled to an overflowing measure. All right, Page of Cups. All right, so this is your divine masculine coming in here, you know, coming in with this love offer. All right, he's coming in with your love offer. So the page is not your divine masculine, but the page itself here is representing love. All right, so what is this here? The Page of Cups here is representing a love offer. All right, so that's that offer of stability, because, you know, it's a cup, it's a fish. And what is this? It's a beautiful, you know, calm waters. All right, so they're a little bit wavy, but the wave is not the wave that says, oh, you know, it's turbulent waters. No, it's the wave that says, you know, if water is flowing, it's not going to just flow still. It's the wave that shows that the water is flowing. There's motion, there's forward movement in this situation. It's progress, you know, it's something good, something beautiful happening. And where is this progress taking us to? What is this beautiful fulfillment? What is it that we've been able to get in touch with when we were busy having our separation and doing our contemplation, healing and transcending our wounds and limitations? We were preparing for this. All right, we are preparing for this. Ten of Pentacles. All right, we are celebrating divine union here. All right, we are being celebrated. We are being celebrated by life, by people in our lives. We are either getting married. You understand, this is a marriage, this is a big celebration, you know, this is some kind of a making it official event. We are celebrating the fact that this connection has been made official. All right, this is beautiful, this is amazing. So now, not only are you blessed with overflowing love, but you are also blessed with abundance in your relationship. All right, the relationship is being abundantly blessed. You know, there's basically all sorts of pentacles coming your way. All right, you are surrounded by lots of money, lots of abundance. You are surrounded by lots of supportive, cheering people, you know, and you even got, you know, these beautiful little dogs here, and you've got children as well. So you've got a beautiful family, you know, you've got a lot of wonderful things going on here. All right, so you've got the support of people, you've got the support of invisible forces, you've got the support, you've overcome. And I really, really believe that the reason why you got this victory over these challenges is precisely because you've got the support of the guides. I really do. I believe you've got support from the guides. And also this person here represents an angel to me. You know, there's just something about her that feels like she's the embodiment of this star, this big star here. It's like this star has turned into a human being that comes to pour into your life like this in an overflowing measure. So, but it's really an angel. You understand? That's what I believe here. So, this union is blessed by the angels. It is blessed by higher beings. All right. Now, I want to quickly see here. I want to quickly see what kind of relationship is this that the two of you are having or will have. All right. What kind of relationship? What's the major theme in your relationship? Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Do you see this stability? You gotta love the guides. You gotta love the guides. I didn't pull this. I just shuffled and just picked up, the cards where the guides told me to stop shuffling and pick up a card. I picked up the card and here it is, stability. One of the most beautiful things about your relationship is stability. You two make a solid and dependable partnership for each other. This beautiful, beautiful, stable relationship, stability. Now let's also find out what is it that the two of you have in common. All right. All right. So now we've got similar lifestyle. This is what you have in common. So you guys live, like similar types of lifestyle, whatever that means. You've got a lot in common like that. So you live similar lifestyles. So maybe you could like frequenting the same spaces, doing the same type of stuff, or that kind of a thing. So yeah, let me see here what else the guides want us to know here. There was something there that felt like um oh yeah, this is now that it has to do with the fact that how you guys ended up meeting. That also speaks to the similar lifestyle, because what the guys showed here, and perhaps for some of you the story is different. As I said, it's general, so you take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But what the guides showed me is that these are two people who typically, so this is the case for most of you. You when you met, you and your divine counterpart, you were not looking for a relationship, you were trying to have fun. You understand, like this was purely a physical thing between the two of you. And it was, according to what the guides are showing me here, it was clear from the onset. You were not aware that this was going to be the kind of spiritual experience that it was, let alone lead to the kind of stuff, like commitment, like long-term situation that it did. You understand, initially you were just having fun, the two of you. So that's how you met. Like the guides got you right where you were. You understand, they didn't take you out of your comfort zone, they found you at your comfort zone. Now let's look at this oracle from the guides, the ascended masters, and the higher teachers. All right, so we've got Paul the Venetian. All right, artistic expression. So some of you could be artists. Maybe that's the similar lifestyle. Maybe you are artists. Maybe art, the love of art, is what connects the two of you. Let's see what else. The guides say yes, Ganesh. Yes, lots of obstacles that you had to deal with, and Ganesh removed these obstacles for you, because Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. All right. And then we have here, open your heart to love. This is Jesus. All right. Open your heart to love. And you did open your heart to love. Initially, you were not about that, because, you divine feminine, you were afraid of abandonment. And the divine masculine was afraid of betrayal. All right. And life opened you up to love, and love opened you up to love as well. All right. And this is where you are. Okay, this one wants to come out, retreat into nature, Okay, so now I really do believe that this speaks to, and you, the two of you can continue, or you as the divine feminine can continue to have this beautiful relationship with nature and so on. But what the guides are showing me also is that uh, you have done that even during the time of separation, or throughout this time of separation, you allowed yourself to retreat into nature, to basically go through, that phase of reflection. You did that, in a space where you were very much in touch with nature, very much connected to the earth, the elements, and so on. And yeah, perhaps green men also intervened in that space as well, in that phase, as you were connecting with nature, with the trees, the flowers, the fresh air, the elements. It could be that you received divine inspiration from green men, with regards to way forward, a different perspective, a higher perspective about the situation. Let's get some final cards here from um, crystal oracles. So we're going to be looking at the crystal oracles here. I lost the boxes of these two cards, this two deck of cards now, because I lost the boxes. I can't even, say their real proper names, because I don't know what their real proper names are. If any of you know, please do tell me. And by the way, let me know which part of the world you are watching this video from. And let me know also what part of the journey are you on, you and your divine masculine. Have you reconnected, or are you still in your separation? And then also, if you have reconnected, or if you are at a state where there's significant amount of peace in your heart, how did you overcome the obstacles and challenges that the two of you were dealing with? How did you get to a place of healing after all of that, after everything was said and done? Right, so we've got Azurith, deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote your time and energy toward therapeutic care. All right, so this is what you have done, you and your divine masculine. You've done this. So, and then we've got the moonstone here as well. Let me read that. It says, heightened intuition, be extra aware of your inner knowingness, as it is trustworthy. And that's what you experienced there also, as you were retreating into nature and you were doing the hanged man thing. And your intuition was activated, and you were able to see and know that, oh, okay, actually, if I follow the divine guidance into this relationship, this is where my bliss is. Now we've got Ruby. And then the guides are saying here, bless your heart, reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. All right, so some of you could have consulted, some of you could have gone to your spiritual place of worship or church, or you could have consulted with your psychic, your spiritual advisor, your coaches, your psychologist, whoever. You've done the work. You've basically done whatever it is that was necessary, if you are not still currently doing it. But what I see, what I'm picking up from the collective, and the divine feminine in particular here, your energy, even with regards to your divine masculine, is that you've been doing the work that needs to be done. You have not been sitting around. You've been doing what needs to be done. All right. This was, it started out as a fun thing, as a spiritual connection, as a physical, fun time situation, but very quickly it escalated to a spiritual journey. All right. And then we've got finally rose quartz. All right. And then so I want to just read it so that we can see what it says. It says, love life, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. Don't you just love the guides? This is so here the guides are literally just telling us that the divine masculine is either, he has either, if he has not yet returned, he's just about to return. The reunion is about to take place, and a stable relationship is about to happen between the two of you. All right. You're about to celebrate your connection, your relationship, your commitment, your stability. You're going to be celebrated by other people, by respectable people, people that you look up to. You're also about to be celebrated by the guides who have given you victory over the challenges that you have. You are about to be blessed in an overflowing measure by the angel of wish fulfillment, and your cup is about to overflow, and you are about to enjoy beautiful renewed love. All right, you are blessed, you are supported by all forces that are good and benevolent towards your life. Not only that also, but your spiritual gifts are also being activated. You are soaring, you are leveling up, you are just moving from glory to glory. All right, so I'm gonna just quickly pick 3 timelines here to see around about how long is it that we can expect the divine masculine to show up. The guides are saying this year. All right, so for some of you it's going to happen sometime this year. All right, so the guides are not indicating specifically when, but sometime this year. All right, the reunion will take place between the two of you. You'll receive communication from the divine masculine, and the separation will come to an end. Right, let's find out the second one, then we'll get the third one, and then from there we'll close the reading. For some of you, in a few hours time. All right, for some of you this is going to be in a few hours time. You're going to receive, what did I say though, this is about to happen, like the separation is about to end. All right, few hours time, literally in a few hours time. Right, so let's find out one last card here. 6 months, in 6 months time, after alignment, healing, or cleansing. And for some of you, you've already gone through that alignment, that cleansing, that healing, and 6 months has come to an end. You understand, perhaps you've been separated for more than 6 months, or for that 6 months, and you've been doing the work for 6 months. But when that 6 months come, you will basically be reunited. You'll be hearing from your divine masculine. All right, you will know that there will be some sense of resignation, and not in a negative way, but sort of like a surrender type of a feeling that you will be experiencing at that point in time, where you've made peace with the separation, and you are basically just enjoying your life, in that particular space, and you are open to new possibilities, with no attachment to any particular outcome. And you'll see this is when you'll be hearing from your divine masculine. All right, so let me know how it goes there, divine feminine. Really excited for you. Thank you so much once again for basically enjoying this reading with me. I love you so much. I wish you all the success in your journey with the divine masculine. And yeah, until the next reading, I will see you next time. Goodbye, my divine feminine.